Morning everyone and welcome to my channel. I just did a whole video and then realised when I played it back the sound was just rubbish. I don't know why. It depends where I'm standing near the phone. If I move forward it seems worse. If I go to one side or the other it seems worse. But it's really difficult when you're trying to film, isn't it? Because sometimes you need to move forward if you're going to show something on the baby or something like that, or point out anything, whatever, or if you're doing a changing video. So I'm staying over here, I'm moving away and hopefully it'll be okay. So I've got Owen Roy with me, my little peanut, and he is just about in for Onesie Wednesday because he's wearing a romper and it's all in one piece. It looks like it's shorts and a t-shirt, but it's a traditional sort of romper but in jersey fabric. So this is really lovely. I love this on him. I can't make up my mind. I think it looks better on him than on Ruben, but then Ruben's just gorgeous in anything. So it's hard to choose, isn't it? It's like, how do you choose? It's like choosing between your kids, isn't it? You just can't do it. Or the grandkids, it's just the same. Some of the babies, I'm like, oh yeah, certain things suit them. And like, I got particular style for Scarlett. I like her more in modern things. It seems to suit her better. Tristan has got like, he's pretty much okay in anything. He can wear traditional rompers right down to something like a modern design sleep suit with baby grow from Next, and he always looks fine. I think that this little one though is going to be more suiting more of a traditional baby's clothes for some reason. He looks nice in things like this. He doesn't always look nice in certain baby grows and things I've put on him. They look too old. He looks too much like a newborn, and then the clothes look too old and I don't like it. But he looks really sweet in this. I really like it. I like him in baby blue and white, and I also like him in that more of a royal blue type colour, like that sleep suit that I've got that's got the green and the white and the royal blue, the one I got in the second hand shop for 99p. The one I put on him first, it made me decide, yes, he's going to look gorgeous as a boy, whereas I was indifferent to him as a girl. I wasn't keen, and somehow he just looks totally different as a boy. It's amazing, really. So yeah, so he's wearing a little white hat from Next. It's got a car on the front, but it's only got one little tiny motif on there, so I thought that'd be fine because you can't really notice it. And then he's got his blue and white romper on, which has got the square collar, traditional square collar with a ribbon around it and a button on each corner, little embroidered boats on the top and on the front of the collar. The top part, supposed to be the t-shirty part, is blue and white, and it's also got a little whale there, which I'd forgotten about, and a little whale there. Silly me. It's these glasses. And they're small things, they're in the bifocal part. I can't see them clearly enough. And then you've got the blue on the bottom and his little squidgy fat tummy as always. And then on his feet he's wearing little socks and then little booties on the top, more of a traditional bootie. They actually were in the drawer. They're another thing from my shop, and they'd never been worn. They were still tied together from new, which I didn't realise because they don't actually fit Tristan. His feet are too big. And then I can't remember whether I said, but you would have seen this before. This belonged to my son Tom, who's 27 now, when he was tiny. So that's 27 years old. It's the last remnant of any of my baby's clothes. They've got lost over the years. We moved house a lot, and things have accidentally been thrown out or whatever, and it's all gone. So but that's I hang on to this as protected and put away in a drawer. Only comes out now and again. So I've got something else I want to show you today. So if you're not interested in paper crafts, skip this bit, and I hope you enjoyed seeing Owen Roy, but skip this little bit, and then when I add the other babies on in a little while, well, you'll see it all in one set of videos, but when I do them, then you can come back. I'll try and be quick as I can, but I just wanted to show you something that I made yesterday. I did try film this once and it was fine, the film was fine and my talking was fine, but the sound was awful. So I'm really, excuse me, really hoping that this comes out okay now, and because I really don't want to do it again. So when this comes up, if the sound quality isn't very good, then I apologise. But I made this yesterday. I saw a lady on YouTube. I just saw the thing on the side, suggestions for you to watch, and she'd done something like this, and it was for a Christmas planner. And I didn't copy her design or anything, hers is different inside. But it made me think, oh, I'll make a little sort of planner, notebook. I'll do lists in it and just jot things down. And it'll just be something I'll enjoy. I was just in the mood to make it, basically. And I thought, oh, I haven't made anything like that for a long time. I'll make one of them. So off I go. So this is made from just normal black cardstock. If you're into paper crafts, you'll know that it's all got different weights. And this is about 220 GSM, something like that. It's not a really thick cover. It's just out of paper that I had that I'm making something out of at the moment, and I pinched a sheet out of it basically because it's 12 by 12. And this paper is from Stamperia, I'm sure it is, and it's called something like Wonderland, and it's got a fairy and a unicorn and some pretty papers all the way through. But I will put underneath my video what it is, because I'll remember when I look at the cover, because I forget. I can't remember details like that. It goes out the window. I'm just like, oh, look at the pretty paper. I don't care where it's come from. I remember Graphic 45 because it's through all their sheets as well a lot of the time. Like if you're, say, using, I don't know, the botanical one or something, quite often in some of the sheets it'll have something on there that will remind you it's botanical. So it gets a bit ingrained by the time you finish using it. But I just started buying these because they've got them on Amazon, and before you could only get them from America. So I never bought them, but now Amazon is selling them at a reasonable price. So I bought a couple. This is what I had coming the other day. This one and one that's got an Alice in Wonderland theme that I've been making some things out of towards the Christmas family party to put gifts in and things. I'll be making gift bags, and I always do the men a box of Maltesers, and I put a cover over it and give them that. And then the girls always have a little goodie bag, the women, with things in there like a couple of tea lights in a tea light holder I'll make, and lip balms in a little box that I've made, and it's just all things like that, and chocolates in something else, and just all little cute things in there just for them to take home. And each person that comes, like my daughters and my granddaughter, any other like adult females that come in the family, girlfriends and different things, they get those, and the kids get a little goodie bag, a kid's goodie bag. So I've started making those as well. So I thought I'd show you this though. This is lovely, this paper. I really like it. I'll show you some things quickly, and then I'll try and find a way of putting it down so you can see it better. So on the front I've just put a panel with a butterfly on, and I always ink around the edges just to make it look vintage, and it covers up that white edge. When you cut paper, you've got a white edge to it, so you always ink the edges and it looks much better. And then on top I cut out a black circle, and then I cut out this little square panel, and I cut this out the middle of it, and it says a single dream is more powerful than 1,000 realities. And then I cut out this little butterfly that was on one of the pages, and I just put some glitter glue over the top and Mod Podge, shiny Mod Podge to varnish it, and that's stuck on. You can actually just leave that flat if you wanted to, if you're worried about getting knocked or whatever. And then on the flowers, oops, it's hard to see because my finger looks like it's moving differently to what I'm seeing. And then on top of there's just some glitter glue, just so it'll catch the light and not make it look too flat. And then to do it up, I've got seam binding, and then I just put a little strap down the spine to tidy it off and give it a bit of strength. And then on the back I've got part of another sheet that's got the butterflies flying across. And then if I open it up, now this is the part I'm not sure how I can show you now to the best. I put that there, and if I zoom in a little bit, will it let? Yeah, it will. There you go. I might have had to get it over his face as well. And then it's the same again inside. A panel down the back, this inked around the edges, a panel down the middle, inked around, a panel down this side, and then on this side I made a pocket out of black cardstock, so you can put things in there. And the fairy's on the front, and she's actually got glitter glue all over her wings and the flowers and the fairy, the butterfly, and a bit round her flowers there and different things. And there's some flowers there, I don't know if you can see them, but there's glitter glue on there as well. And then I put some antique looking braid across the top. And then this piece was a scrap, and I was just packing away for the day and thinking about tea and that kind of thing. And this is just a strip of card off the bottom of one of the pages, and I just folded it in half, put some of the pattern paper on the front to match, and then inside I just put some paper so you can use it like a notebook, and a piece on the back and just write things down. These are also make really good bookmarks because you can slide it over the page and you can make notes about your reading and pages and different things on there. I like to do that as well. And then over this side, I bring it round a little bit. There you are. And then over this side, I've got a similar panel. I'm really hoping I'm not too close to the mic now. It's never ribbon. I've got another panel, and it's got a butterfly like on the front panel, and it says the same thing again: a single dream is more powerful than 1,000 realities. And I didn't actually realise that I'd put the same quote on there until this morning when I looked at it again to see how it had dried. And then you've got some seam binding here, and you open that up, and then you've got a waterfall then, which has got, let's see what you can see, so both sides of the flaps have got paper on, so you can write on there, or you can stick photos. And then that goes down like this, all the way down. See, just lots of pages there, down to the last one. The last one, the sheet covers the seam binding that holds it on. And then at the bottom there then is another little pocket with the braid across the top, and you can put little things in there. And I just thought that was really sweet, and I really like the paper, so I thought I would show you today. So like I say, if you're not into paper crafts, then just skip this bit. Or I hope you skipped this bit and you're back to Owen Roy now. I knew you said that wrong then, didn't I? Like Owen Roy. Yeah, so there he is, looking really gorgeous. And I haven't sorted out their clothes yet. I'm all behind this morning. Originally I was just going to bring him on and show him and the little folder and go from there. So actually I might just leave it at that for now, and then I might come on later on this afternoon when I'm organised and do a better Onesie Wednesday and get all the babies organised and changed and different things. So bye for now. Take care everyone. Lots of love. Bye.